Hello, it's Ashes and Dust. Um, I'll just wait for a couple minutes. More people will jump on. Huh. Interesting past couple days. It's incredible. Can't believe today is September 11th. I remember 23 years ago on that day what happened. It was a day just like this, where I was from. Sunny, warm. I was in high school. After I got done with high school, I had football practice. Had football practice. I remember the skies being clear. There no airplanes. I also got crapped on by a bird that got into mulberries, so my thigh pad was all purple stained. And then after that, got home, had dinner, and glory to the Lord. But I have not forgotten what happened 23 years ago. So, Lord be praised. Just find it amazing that it happened 23 years ago. Wow. Already. All right. It's been 2 minutes. All right. So, interesting thing happened to me after I obeyed the Lord and put out yesterday's video and stuff. I was fellowshipping with a sister, my Eve, and the Lord revealed that He wanted me to go to sleep. He had things to show me. So I went to sleep at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. I don't remember the last time I went to bed before 9, 10 o'clock at night. If I had a choice, I don't remember the last time I did that. And well, the results of it, I posted in the community page. I posted it was like 1:20 in the morning, and it was pretty intense. So figure it's easier to explain the dream rather than type it out and have people read it. So the dream, I was in a neighborhood. This neighborhood was like a typical neighborhood on a day just like this, sunny with clouds, blue skies, stuff like that. Children were playing. It looked like it was fall time and everything. Then when I looked up into the sky, I saw this thing materializing. First, it was phasing out, but then it became what was like fully clear. It it was intense. It looked like the size of a planet, but it wasn't. It was more like a quarter of a mile in circumference. It had like this stone ring around it with blue like symbols on it. I really have no idea what they were, but what I do know is there's three massive worms interlocked with each other like a ball. And the descriptions of it is kind of like a picture I showed. It didn't look anything else. And I really don't appreciate people trying to add to this vision because that's not what it looked like. Well, other people saw the dragon too and they look like, shut up. I'm not other people. Like, what do you not understand? I'm not anybody. I'm no one. I'm ashes and dust. That means I'm nothing other than belonging to the Lord. Don't care about other people and their opinions, nor what they thoughts. Who cares? What's important is getting the word out. So that's what I'm doing, being obedient to the Lord. It was a prophetic dream because it came from the Lord, because of the simple fact of the scripture that I received afterwards. So, this ball of worms that looked similar to the picture I posted, but they were blood red. It was three of them. They were roaring. And if you were to like, look, like coming up to the air, and then it just descended like that. And then, boom, it crashed. It made impact. As I turned and saw black smoke rise into the sky, I immediately ran behind some houses, and I saw one that had like, you know how there's basement to the outside, and you go down the stone steps, pavement steps, cement steps, just to get to the basement door. I ran down one of them, and I faced towards the wall. I laid and I curled in a ball, and I covered my ears like this. While I was covered like that, I was hearing sirens, and the sirens was being said, you know, about the impact and the what was coming, and people need to, you know, brace. And then, you know, the shock waves hit, and that was very terrifying. Everything rumbled and stuff. But when, you know, it was said and done, I got up, walked up, and everything. Looked at the sky. The sky was fire and blood red, and that's when I started hearing screaming. I heard people screaming. Then I heard blood curdling screams and moans, and then I heard the abominations, the beasts scream, roars and screams. Like the abomination roars are, add like some people and animals and cybernetics and put in a blender, and that's what you get. You know when you hear it. It's one of those things where you know when you hear it. So then the Lord led me to Revelation chapter 12, verse 9, which states, "And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him." Now, where were the angels? Probably all with that massive ball, Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball. But for real, that three-headed, elongated neck ball, worm ball, and everything. They were probably all fused into that. Because you have to understand, Lucy is the god of sin. So, that's who he is. I'm just saying, I witnessed what I witnessed. Even in the dream, I was taken back by the simple fact of, is this real? There was a moment where I did not know if I was dreaming or I was awake. But what I do know is it took a minute while seeing something like that in the sky. I wasn't scared, but I could see people dropping dead from fright. This is serious, man. There are no coincidences. So today I fellowship with another sister, and we were praying, and I'm expected to receive a lot more of these things. I believe it's because the mantle which was placed upon me is being activated. So, as long as their internet, as long as YouTube's running and everything, I'll be able to, if it comes, and it's been confirmed. Oh, by the way, the dream I just shared is confirmed from Lord Jesus Christ. But anything else, like dream vision, stuff like that, I will post it unless the Lord tells me no. Unless the Lord tells me no, or there's no power, or that's the end of the warnings. But either or, you know. That's why I'm making this short, tiny little live stream, is to explain like what I was talking about. I was like up at like 1:20 in the morning. I shared it with a few people. That dream, I was wide awake. there's something I do need to share. So I have dreams of things, some from the Lord, some are not, and some of them were prophetic, but there is a very special kind of prophetic dreams. It's kind of like describing different layers or flavors. I mean, it's very hard to describe, but this sort of thing I've only had once before. This was back in 2021 in January. The video that I posted about is no longer, I don't think it, I think I may have deleted it, but back in 2021, I had a dream and I was on this resort island and a volcano went off and I felt the heat from the pyroplastic flows that was coming from the volcano. I ran to like the resort, got inside, and a number was shown on the door, and I got in and I used some combination, and then I woke up. Well, come to find out, that dream, when I looked up, I've heard the name St. Lucia. Never in my life have I heard of the place. And then the next day when I woke up and I was looking into it, yeah, there's an island in the Caribbean called St. Lucia, Lucia, and they had a volcano that was being active, like for the first time since the 70s. And then 3 months later, it finally erupted. Now, I'm not saying that what I was shown is going to happen in 3 months. No. What I'm saying is that I've only had one other prophetic dream that was similar in a sense, like in senses. Like I can't explain, only that I discern that this thing will happen very, very, very soon. That's what I say, because I compare it to the other one, the one I had 3 years ago, and then it happened 3 months later. So go to the Lord, seek confirmation. If stuff like this, hearing this, has you in a certain reaction or way where it's like existential fear or something like that, or you're experiencing fight or flight, then you need to go to the Lord and get that worked out. Because here's the thing. Again, I've I was shown many, many, many horrific, disturbing things. I've seen hell. It's gross, like a fire, horrible. Um, I was shown what Daniel was shown. That was terrifying, beyond terrifying. That will happen. And I would have to say, seeing something like a size of a meteor and hearing this three-headed thing with teeth roaring and everything as it's crashing down in the sky, which you'll literally see. It's kind of like, like this size compared to the sky, and it's just like crashing. So you see something that huge, and you can't believe your eyes. Yeah, if people don't know the Lord, are not strong in the Lord, they're going to die of fright. Their hearts will just stop, and they'll just keel over dead. So don't be that. Don't be that individual that has that happen to you. All right? Things must happen. And any questions? Okay. All right. Well, this was not supposed to be a very long live stream. but it was just something where I had to explain like the dream I received. It's a prophetic dream from the Lord of an event that you all will witness. It was on an ordinary day. There was no people freaking out because people were taken, millions disappeared and stuff. No. This just happened on an ordinary day. This just happened out of the blue. And when things like that happen, yeah, it's the most impactful. So, go to the Lord. Talk to him about it. Strengthen your relationship with him. Grow. Develop fruits of the Spirit that you are developing. Work out the kinks in your own salvation. If there's people that you have not forgiven, you better forgive them. It's not an option. It's a command. So do it. Get it done and then deal with it afterwards. Which, by the way, once you get it done, there's barely, if not anything, that you have to deal with it afterwards. It's funny how all that stuff just disappears when you forgive someone. You have a problem with them. So, this is Ashes and Dust signing off. Until next time, God bless each and every single person and take care.